Anyway, it's not a range thing, is it?
Like what do you call it? It's like
As if we're going.
yeah.
Oh, right. And then you have to walk. And you have to go back down again. What a mile. Some people have to do this.
Hey?
Some people have to do this.
Yeah.
They choose to do it.
We don't. Yeah, we'll be right
That's what we're saying. It could be worse.
We could.
Be in
Barbados. That's where Bernard's girlfriend's gone.
Ooh,
No.
Shall I go to Barbados or shall I go to Pendle Hill?
I think we'll go to Pendle Hill. Good afternoon and a happy new year. I know it's a bit late, but to be honest with you, I've not had a chance to get out from the beginning of December up until 3/4 way through January, where we are now. Family health issues actually, still ongoing, but things are getting better hopefully. So I do apologise for not putting any videos out because of that. Anyway, with my good friend Bernard there.
Hello! I had man flu. 3 weeks.
Yeah, Bernard's not been well either. Man flu. But we're on the back end of Pendle Hill, up near Clitheroe, northwest of the UK. It's a very misty day, but I thought we'd get out, not walk too far, maybe a couple of miles, get in the open moorlands, find a place to pitch up. I was hoping to get some pictures, but low-lying cloud or fog, whichever it is. Anyway, one of the reasons I've come out is I want to try some new kit. I've bought a new tent. It came in beginning of December, but as I said before, I've not managed to get out up until now. I bought a Lanshan 2 4-season tent. Now, one of the reasons I've done that is because I've watched quite a few reviews on YouTube from all over the world really, who have got them, mainly England and America, and some long-term reviews on the Lanshan, and it seems like a good tent. And it's a bit more lightweight than my Robin Starlight 2, but the Starlight 2 now, you've seen some of my wild camping videos where my grandson Jack's been with me. He's always used the mongoose tent. Can't think who makes that. It's a really old one anyway, and it's only 3-season really. And I thought to myself, well, he can use the Lanshan, sorry, Jack can use the Starlight 2, but it's 4-season, it's a good tent, and I'll use the Lanshan. Also, the mongoose, when you put that up, it's only a small tent. When you put that up, you've got to put the inner up first, then the outer up afterwards. So if you've got some rain, then you've got, seriously, you got a bit of a problem really. So this will alleviate that. So if you go out in not nice conditions, i.e. then put the outer up first and add the inner afterwards, then it's much better. Anyway, I've only ever took the Lanshan out of its bag. I've never tried it, so I'm not doing a review or an overview really. I'll put the tent up of where I've been watching other people putting the tent up. Fingers crossed. Yeah mate, that way. Fingers crossed I'll put up okay, and then I'll give you my opinion of what I think about the tent itself. Now obviously it's only my opinion. Each opinion, whoever has these type of tents, will vary anyway. But I'll let you know what I think anyway, of the first night I'm using it. Also, I've got some other bits and pieces that hopefully I'm going to share with you, and maybe put some links at the bottom. Let's see how the day goes anyway. Right, we've tried to negotiate where we're going in this fog. We're actually at a place called Deerstones. I'll show you in a minute where we are. Now, my idea was to go there, which is right. If you look above there, you can't really see it, just to right of Burnham's Head. It's up there somewhere, but this is Deerstones. And I think that is Upper Ogwen Reservoir. I'm just about to see it there at distance. So we're not far off our destination. We might be able to stay here, right, because it's fairly flat. There's enough for 2 tents here, right on the edge of this this little cliff. Just hope that we don't get too drunk tonight, which I can't see off 2 cans each, and stumble out the tent and go for a long wee dink. Now that bit round about there is our intended spot. We were going to camp right at the edge of the Deerstones, I think it's called. But be honest with you, I mean, it's not windy, but if it got windy, then the spot we are down below then is much more sheltered. So I think we'll camp down there tonight, and it's obviously the visibility probably about, I have to guess, 60-70 metres, maybe a bit longer. That's a fair drop down there. He's got a signal up here, middle of nowhere.
It's my new girlfriend.
Which one's that?
No, I can't tell you. This is a new one.
Oh, right.
Just playing her along, really. Red doesn't know anything about it at the moment. She only knows the name.
Ah, right.
That'll be on YouTube and Facebook. Listen, what I'll do, I'll give you
in
a
his
ring
dreams.
in a little while. Are you in? This shit likes me as well. This shit likes me as well. It likes me. Which way are you getting in, Billy?
That way, Bernard.
That way, okay.
Yeah. So far so good.
First time is always a pain.
That's a quite a big footprint, isn't it? Right, I've sort of put the tent up as best I can. A couple of things I've not figured out, and I'll show you later on. No doubt I'll watch some videos of the tents going up again to figure out what these things are. Just started raining. Well, you can see how I put the tent up. It's not perfect, obviously. I've not got that right.
That bit.
That bit,
That
yeah.
bit there.
It's
not right, is it?
it's
No.
definitely not right.
But it'll divert the water that way.
Yeah, well, I thought to make it like a gutter, like. Yeah, it's good. Rainwater goods. Yeah. When I step out, lucky enough I'm stepping out here, the other side. If I stepped out there, I'm about 3 foot of the edge of that cliff, and that cliff's probably about 100 foot down, I reckon.
And?
No. Oh, this is posh camping, this. Brings a blinking umbrella.
The most underrated adventure accessory. Motorbike, cycling, walking, hiking.
Well, if it works for you, Bernard, there's
Works
no
for
wrong
me.
with that, lad.
Works for me.
This here, I've probably done it wrong, but I've done it for the time being. I'll have a look again. I forgot what that's about. And other thing is, well, this here, you look at these here. Where am I? That there. I obviously can't remember what that's for either. But no doubt I'll watch a video and figure it out. Right, Bernard's set up there, and he's even bought a blinking Elinox tape. I don't know.
I'm old.
Yeah.
Can't sit on the floor.
Well,
anymore.
yeah, not much older than me, but you are. There's the mist. Play misty for me. Wow, look at that. Hopefully, it's a better thingy tomorrow. I can show you where we are. I'd love to fly the drone round here. I've brought the drone, so see what happens. Now I've got the outer up as best I can. I think I better put some stuff on the inside now before it gets too dark. This is me nature, I think it's called Nature Hike sleeping bag, and that's the size of it, and I'll explain a bit more afterwards when I've opened it up, and I'll show you what it's all about. Well, I'll put this over, at least it keeps me me mat clean, so if I get any mud on it or anything like that, then I can just wash this and not worry about the mat. Well, I'm certainly impressed with the inside of this thing. It's quite big actually. Sorted. I bought some of these silicone sleeves, or bags if you want to say that. I bought them the other day. £7 I think from China. I'm trying to cut down on the plastic, so hopefully I've got another 3 bags. I'll figure out what I can use them for really. At the moment I've got coffee, condiments in it really, more than anything else. And I'll show you a little bit closer to the bag because it's got markings on it as well. Right, if you can see it, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's got fluid ounces. You can see a fluid ounce there. So it's got 30, 20, 10. In the middle it's got, it looks like millilitres. So 50, sorry, 250, 500, 750 and 1,000. And then it's got on this side cups, or cupfuls. So for instance, you want to put something in there, you want to rehydrate it maybe, or whatever it is. At least you can use a bag like this and then put, like for instance, I don't know, what can you use it for really?
A cup full of rice.
A cup full of rice, yeah, might be all right. Yeah, if you want to boil rice.
A cup and a half of water.
Yeah, you could do that. I suppose you could put rice in here and then you could basically put it in a hot pan and just boil it in the bag, really. That's a guess. I mean, you know, no doubt you'll figure out what you can use it for if you decide to get some, but that's, at the moment, I'm just using it for condiments. Right, now then, when I'm by a tent, I tend to change the pegs because sometimes the pegs are a bit crap on the tents that you tend to get. Well, the tents I buy anyway. Anyway, but this Lanshan come with some really good pegs, something like that, but smaller version. So what I do is I get some bigger pegs like that. I can't show you the other ones because I've put them in ground, and I usually put a bit of a guy rope on the end of it, or a bit of something different, you know, so I can pull them out. If I can't pull them out, then I use that. It's a little hammer. Now you get, I think is it called Ronson or something like that? Rolson. They're only a cheap thing. They're about £3 to £5. But beauty of it is, it's small. You can hammer your pegs in if you need to, and you can actually use the back end just to pull them out as well. And I also get these pegs as well. And as I said before, I mix a few in. So these pegs here, like a pin peg. Now I use these at the Denarwick quarry camp because I knew, as Josh said, that it would be the ground would be hard. So I've got some of them, and it's great because it went in between the slate as well. So it went through the soil into between the slate, and then I just put a bit of old guy rope on it so I can pull it out. I bought myself a blow-up pillar. This is it Trekology or something like that? It's not the same. I think it's somewhat similar, but for a tenner, it's well worth it. Got them non-return valves, so you can just blow it up. There we go. Not bad, and I've not even clipped that down yet, so it's working fine. What I normally do as well, I usually put a cover over the top of it because just in case my greasy air covers this, at least the cover can be washed and I don't have to worry about that thing then. This is the cover I use, one put together by, I think it was Sharon. Actually it's nice and soft, to be honest with you. The pillow's soft anyway, but this is just as nice. And this can be washed easy.
And it's a rainbow pillow!
Rainbow! Well, I can't lose this, can I?
It's a gay pillow.
It's a, yeah,
Or is it just a happy pillow?
it's a happy pillow.
It's a happy pillow.
There you go. Perfecto. As most campers, wild campers do, we always bring a bit of beer. That's if you drink beer, that is. And I'm no different, and this is one of my favourites.
Already done.
Yeah, that's his favourite, the chemical one.
Number one down, gone. Empty, thank you.
I've got Brewdog IPA. I just absolutely love IPAs.
That's a girl's drink.
It's not, it's a proper mon's drink. I'm not doing a review on beer anyway. Beer's beer, in the end of the day. I just drink it and that's it. So I've been shaking this up now. It's probably going to go everywhere. Oh no, it's not done. It's not done. Cheers, everybody. Oh man, I just love Elvis juice. My bag.
Which weighs a ton?
Weighs a ton, yeah. Food bag. The only thing I've got is like crisp for me and him, chocolate bar for me and him, that for me. Oh, I hope I brought right stuff. I brought chocolate pudding. I hope I brought something to eat with it. Have a chocolate pudding and what do you call it? That's interesting.
I'm not going to share mine then.
Well, let's all eat first. Oh no, I've not. No, I'm all right. I've got it. Here we are. You know what we found? Beef meatballs. What's the date today, Bernard? 20th.
That's rain.
Eh?
Rain.
No, what's the date today?
Oh, about that, yeah.
Yeah, well, place called Booths, which is a northern company, or a northwest company, selling them at the moment for £1.26, and they are really filling. And I'll show you what I'm going to put with it in a minute. These Dolmio pasta twists, they're already cooked. It's just a matter of putting both both packets in a pan of water and warming them up, and then mixing them up, and there you go. You've got a nice, clean way of having something to eat. Right, another bit of kit I've bought recently. You know something? I know he's laughing, but he's just as bad as me.
No, I'm not.
I bought a watch once, a digital watch, only a cheap one. I bought it. Within 2 weeks, he had one, but I hid it so I wouldn't see it.
I've had it for ages. Well before you.
Anyway, this looks like a little pebble. It's a charger actually, but the beauty of this is that if you switch it one way, the blue light comes on. Plug your phone or whatever in. Hold on, let me just switch that off so I can plug your phone in, and whatever, you can charge it up off these, the 2 ports there. But I didn't get it for that because I've got other chargers like that. I've got it for this. When I switch it the other way, these lights come on, and this little pebbly thing comes a hand warmer, and it gets really, really hot. And apparently on a full charge it should last about 7, 8 to 10 hours. I think it said something like that. Now I've had it for about 5 or 6 hours, and it's been red hot, this thing. Now the reason I got it is because I've got diabetes type 2, so my hands get cold anyway. So this is a good little thing, like when I'm walking out here, or even here, even if I want to put it in my sleeping bag, say for instance, and just warm that up if that's the case. But it gets really, really warm after about 2 or 3 minutes, not quite straight away. It's getting warm now, but at some point within the next few minutes it'll be really hot. I'll have to put it in a bag to hold it. Really, it gets really hot. But 15 quid off, I think it was Amazon. I'll no doubt put a link at the bottom of this video so you can have a look if you fancy one, if you want to keep your hands warm and you don't want to use something like a Zippo lighter.
Or, instead of 15 quid, hang on a minute. Oh, 50p. One in each glove, 50p.
You can't recharge them.
No, you just spend another 50p.
And if actually, what Bernard just showed you them, the ones, the chemical things, we just share them when they get warm. You can get a pack of about 30, I think, from Decathlon for about a tenner.
Costco.
You got from Costco? You can get
Costco, and there's about 100 of them.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So, you know, I'll try and put a link for them as well if that's the case, if I can find some. But I know we bought some, but I don't really use them. It takes ages to warm up sometimes. But this one here is just a few minutes, put in my hands, keep my hands warm. Oh, voila.
But the Zippo are the best ones.
Zippo. I've got a Zippo one as well. Yeah. But the Zippo one, I've got the Zippo one, right, and it's a brand new one, and I filled it, and I think I've overfilled it because when I lit it, it just like a flame that big, and I'm like holding it thinking it'll die down in a minute. It'll die down in a minute, and it didn't die down. I'm blowing it. I mean, it's getting hotter and hotter, and I thought, hold on a minute, I'll put it down and let it burn itself out. But that's what happens with Zippos sometimes. Either that or it's just me. Yes, the Swedish coop set, mate. I've had this a couple of years now. Yeah. I did a bit of a review on it actually. It's a campsite we were at. I've even brought that in case. That's backup, that. I've got a gas stove just in case this doesn't work. It depends how cold it is, really.
Yeah.
So I've decided to bring that as well.
Okay.
Few North years, few well. I know that's a sad joke, that really. And there's my stove. And there's my pan. You just can't wait.
It's a transfer. It takes 3 hours to do.
It does, I know, that's a problem.
This is yours.
Well, I think Bernard's has got a bit. He's got to boil a bit quicker than mine. Mine's still. It's still in. It's just slowly cooking, man. Oh, slowly warming up. The Bernard's is bubbling over, as you can see. Well, Bernard's the first one not to starve. The beauty of these, look what we found, you just rip the top off like that.
Oh, scrummy.
Looking good, aye.
Let me just see that.
They're nice anyway, them. They really are. They're really filling as well.
Oh, that's hot.
Is it really? What do you think, Bernard? Is it Bernard you gob?
That's really hot. Live like a hobo.
Spending a fortune. The water that we use to boil the packets. Someone on a previous video asked, is it possible that the packets were carcinogenic? In other words, could they cause cancer? And I thought, well, that's interesting. Well, I've never thought about that. So I emailed look what we found, and they emailed Uncle Ben's the rice. They come back saying, yeah, it's fine, that's okay. So theoretically, if you want to, you can use the water that you boil or warm your food up with to make a brew as well. But if you're not sure, just email them yourself and find out, you know, see, hopefully they say exactly the same as they said to me. So that's what we tend to do. Another thing I use is this Autolib bag. It holds about 5 litres of water. So it's nice and easy to carry on the back of your backpack if that's the case. And that's what I do normally. Fill it up with probably about 3 litres, hook it on the back and carry it up. So it's nice and easy to, if you've got no room on your rucksack, or if you didn't want to carry bottles or whatever, then you can carry something like this. Quite easy actually. What I love about these things here, just rip the top off, put it in the bin, the bag, you should say, take it home with you. Ugh. And there's absolutely no mess whatsoever. Wow, it's warm. And again, so just that, one to other. That's it really. Just mixing it all up. You've got lovely pasta and meatballs. Look what we found. I've got about 7 different choices of food in these plastic bags. And they're really, really tasty. You think about it, $1.26 for meatballs, and I think between 50p and £1 for the pasta twists. So in theory, £2.26 for a meal. Now, if you decide to buy one of the packets from the camping shop, which I do anyway, then you're probably paying about 2 to 3 times as much for the food than you pay for this. But I mean, you know, whichever suits you really, because I do, as I said before, I do buy them as well, and no doubt I'll be doing a video on one soon, I reckon. That's a good way of getting some pressure for getting boiled a bit quicker. Ta-da! As I said before, that's the water from warming me meatballs and me pasta twists. That's all right. Tremendous. Lovely.
Okay.
It's 7:45. Ooh,
it's nearly
bedtime. Past our bedtime.
No.
How many of you wild campers go to bed early? No tells do really, is they just sat out in the middle of nowhere. Watching another guy the other day, and he said he was in his tent for 18 hours, especially at winter months.
How many of you wild campers have seen Brokeback Mountain?
Royal Edinburgh shortbread fingers.
I've got a Mars bar if you want one.
I'll have one later on, mate. I'm gonna dip. Yeah, when me and Jack go together, I just share the rice together. I don't have one bite, too much.
Oh, I don't find it too much.
That pasta one was quite a lot. In a pasta twist, a bit too much.
Yeah, I'll look for some of them because that's a good idea as well.
Well, this is my Nature Hike Goose Down sleeping bag. It basically swashes down to nothing really. Now, if you look at the label here, it says comfort zone is 6 degrees, transition is 0 degrees, and the risk is -10. Now, I've been in this sleeping bag between -1 and -2 on the last video I did when I was at Denarwick Slate Mines, and I was absolutely fine. So it's all right up to -1, -2. I've never tried it any lower because I've not camped in it any lower than that. But generally, it suits me anyway. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to take a look at it, and it may be all right for you. And if it did get too cold, I've got this iGear bivvy bag I can always slip over. May give me a couple of degrees, but I think the forecast today or tonight is about 8 degrees centigrade, so it's not cold. Bernard's got bed watching something on his on his phone, and think I'll do the same. And hopefully I'll see you in the morning. Unless the wind picks up and takes off this tent and takes me over this cliff edge, which is only less than 6 foot away. If it's that, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Well, not about the good bit, as you can see. Eh? As you can see, fog's still here. What? As you can see, the fog's still here. Now, I got up this morning for a wee, about 5ish, and it had cleared. So I took a few pictures of a place called, I think it's Hyam, which is sort of that direction. I'll put them on this video so you can have a look at what it looks like Hyam at night and with the tents in the foreground. Can't fly the drone, unfortunately, can't see a thing, but it's a pity really, because just over there is probably a 70 to 100 foot drop, and it would have been some really good footage here, I reckon, but unfortunately I can't do it. Right, it's a lot colder today as well. About 8 degrees, I reckon. It's about, what, Bernard? 2 or 3, yeah.
Freezing.
2 or 3 degrees now. There's a slight wind chill as well. Right, let's get a kettle on. Well, for the first time I used the Lanshan 2 4-season, it seems alright actually. I only used this porch bit, I didn't use the other one. But generally it was alright. I probably set it up wrong because I wasn't sure. That's probably wrong, but it worked because it's got some things I can adjust, so that wasn't too bad. I got a bit of condensation through the night as well. Not a lot, but a bit. Whether that's standard for a Lanshan, I don't know. But generally, the footprint is quite big. It's bigger than my Robin Starlight 2. But generally, it's smaller. It packs down smaller, and you use your walking poles for tempos basically. I've never camped before on a 2-pole tent like that. Normally you camp across that way, but in this one you camp that way, or you sleep that way I should say. But generally, for the first time I've used it, not bad. I'll see as we go along and see how good or bad it becomes the more I camp. As you can see, golden rule number 1, leave no trace. Bit of flat ground, that's where I were, and that's where Bernard were. Alright, thanks for joining us on the wild trip adventure, back end of Pendle Hill, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. I'll see you again then.